Yo, 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 what's up, everybody? How we doing today? It is Thursday, February 3rd, 2022, and you are tuning into the Capital P podcast, and I appreciate you for doing that, man, for real. Today I'm going to be reviewing some movies, strictly all movie reviews today, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna review about 4 or 5 movies that I've watched over the past week or so, and and we'll just see how it goes. But that's all it's gonna be. Before I say that that's all it's gonna be, you know what I'm saying? I gotta give a shout out to my man Tom Brady on retiring officially after 22 seasons. You know what I'm saying? And shout out to my man Tom Brady. Yes, sir. Tom Brady officially retired after the words coming right out of his mouth. You know what I'm saying? They had said that Tom was going to retire right before this past weekend's playoff games. And I knew that's not what he wanted. You know what I mean? I knew that's not what he wanted. Somebody let that slip. Tom's the type of guy that doesn't want to overshadow anyone. You know, he wanted the weekend's playoff games to go without his name even being mentioned, even though that's impossible. So obviously he waited till after that weekend. I knew he was going to do that. And so it's official. Tom is retired, 22 seasons. The GOAT is gone. You know what I'm saying? This is almost how it's going to be when LeBron retires too, you know? It's just going to happen, and we're just going to be like, whoop! Where did the time go, you know? So once again, shout out to Tom Brady on his retirement after 22 seasons. Let me get a hand clap for the GOAT, Tom Brady. Yo, 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 we got the rum. No, this is vodka and orange mandarin soda. You know what I'm saying? It's the Capital P podcast. We're reviewing movies today. February 3rd, 2022. It's a sunny day out here in Sacramento. You know what I'm saying? It is kind of chilly. You know what I'm saying? So we're reviewing movies. I watched some movies over this past week. I appreciate you guys for checking in. Whoever's watching, shout out to you. You're super dope. If you are watching the Capital P podcast, you are super dope. And if you're not, oh well. Alright, so the first movie I watched, right? Movie number 1 was The Tinder Swindler. The Tinder Swindler, right? So The Tinder Swindler, man. So this movie was so crazy, man. This guy, his name was Simon Hyatt. And this guy was on Tinder basically running the business. And the business was bilking females. You know what I'm saying? He was running a business of meeting females, romancing them, charming them, getting them to fall in love with him. Then he started having them take out loans in order to finance it. It was The Tinder Swindler on Netflix, man. This movie was so crazy. The Tinder Swindler. Anybody who's ever been on any type of social media dating site should check this one out. You know what I mean? And even if you haven't, it's still going to be interesting. You know what I mean? This movie is about almost an hour and 50-something minutes long, I believe. The Tinder Swindler on Netflix, man. This guy, Simon Hyatt, he was just like Leonardo DiCaprio in Catch Me If You Can. Remember that movie? The guy who kept having all these aliases and going all over the place. This guy was just like that. He was from Israel. Yeah, The Tender Swindler. The Tender, you can't even say that fast. The Tender Swindler on Netflix. I'm giving that movie 4 stars out of 5. Yeah, it was good. I was entertained throughout the whole thing. Definitely gripping. You know what I'm saying? I give that one 4 stars out of 5. The Tender Swindler. That was just straight on some good documentary type shit, you know? And it's new. The Tender Swindler. So that was movie number 1. I'm giving The Tender Swindler 4 stars out of 5. If you get a chance to see that, definitely do. I think you'll enjoy it. Yes, sir. The Capital P Podcast movie reviews. At the end of the show, I'm going to be giving a shout out to a classic movie. Movie number 2. Home Team. Right? Home Team was movie number 2 that I watched. So the title made it seem like this movie was going to be kind of whack to me. But when I saw it was Kevin James, I give it a chance because I like Kevin James. That's the king of Queens, you know? So if you guys, any NFL fan remembers when the New Orleans Saints coach Sean Payton got suspended for Bountygate, right? I can't remember what year that was, but Sean Payton, the New Orleans coach, got suspended for Bountygate when they were paying players to hurt other dudes. So he got suspended for a little while. But while he was suspended, this was in real life. Sean Payton went and coached his son's junior league team or whatever, little kids, 12, 13, 14. Went and coached their team, and this movie, Home Team, is all about that. It's a comedy. Adam Sandler produced. It's funny. I laughed quite a bit, actually. You know what I mean? It was real funny. Kevin James as Sean Payton. You know what I mean? You got Taylor Lautner up in there. Remember him from the Twilight movies, The Wolf Kid. Right? So you got Taylor Lautner. You also have, remember, Gary Valentine? He was on King of Queens also. That's actually Kevin James' brother in real life. You know what I'm saying? Home Team was real good. You know what I'm saying? Sean Payton pops up in there. You got a few cameos. I liked it. I give it a thumbs up, definitely, for Home Team on Netflix. I give Home Team 3.5 stars out of 5. So Home Team really surprised me, definitely. It was some good acting going on, man, for sure. Funny. And like I said, I give that one 3.5 stars out of 5. If you get a chance to check out Home Team, definitely do that on Netflix. I think you'll like that for sure. So let me get a hand clap for Home Team. Matter of fact, let me get a beat. Yo, welcome back to the Capital P Podcast, movie reviews. You know what I'm saying? It is Thursday afternoon right now in Sacramento, just chilling. And it is February 3rd, 2022. I hope everybody is having a good day, man. The world is fucking crazy. So I'm just keeping it lighthearted today, you know what I mean? I'm reviewing some movies that I watched over the past week. I hope everybody's having a good week. You know what I mean? You know, the Kings got a big victory last night against the New Jersey Nets, and I know it's all pointless, but I got to give a shout out to the Kings also. Let me get a hand clap for the Sacramento Kings beating the Brooklyn Nets. All right, so movie number three that I watched this week. This movie was kind of weird. It was called This Is the Night on Netflix. This Is the Night on Netflix, man. This movie right here, man. This movie was a trip. So the only reason I even started watching this movie was because it had Frank Grillo and it had Naomi Watts in it, right? Frank Grillo and Naomi Watts. Two of my favorite actors, right? I like them, Frank Grillo and Naomi Watts. We've seen Frank Grillo in all kinds of shit. The last time I saw Frank Grillo, I think he was on Warrior, where he played the head of the MMA family. That show was dope. If you get a chance to check out Warrior. That shit was dope. And Naomi Watts, obviously, she's been around forever, man. That's one of my favorite actresses. But this movie, This Is the Night on Netflix, is basically centered around the movie Rocky 3. Yeah, this movie is basically centered around the movie Rocky 3. This whole town in New Jersey is obsessed with Rocky 3. It's set in I think this movie is set in 1982 or 1983, whatever year Rocky 3 was coming out. This movie is centered around the opening day of the release of Rocky 3. Sounds weird, right? This town is obsessed with Rocky. A bunch of Italian dudes, a bunch of Guido dudes that love Rocky. Hey yo, Adrian. You know what I mean? So there's a lot of that. So it's a family. You know who else is up in there? Method Man. Method Man from Wu-Tang is up in there as one of the bodyguards for this dude, man. So it's got a good little array of actors. If you get a chance to check out This Is the Night, do that, man. So this whole town is the release of Rocky 3. Obviously, they've watched Rocky 1 and 2 and lost their mind, and they're obsessed. So Rocky 3 has come out, and everyone in town is it's like a holiday for these folks. Method Man plays the bodyguard to the millionaire, to this millionaire dude, and even the millionaire is obsessed with the movie. Everyone is. So yeah, I give This Is the Night. I mean, it did have some holes, let's be honest. It wasn't the best movie I've ever seen. It's not gonna win any Oscars. There was moments where it got really weird. There's a moment where it was just a good movie. It was a good movie. I would say watch it if you get a chance. You know. But I give it 3 stars out of 5. 3 stars out of 5. So if you get a chance to see This Is the Night, check it out. Frank Grillo, Naomi Watts, Method Man, my boy Bobby Cannavale is in that. It's got a bunch of good actors for sure. I give it a thumbs up. So let me get a beat for This Is the Night. It's the Capital P Podcast, movie reviews. I'm reviewing movies. I love movies. My personal favorite movie of all time is The Godfather. Right? It doesn't get any better than The Godfather to me. Godfather 1 and Godfather 2. You know what? Before we move on to movie number 4, let me play. I got a bunch of random videos. So let's just throw a video into the scene real quick. Go ahead, flash to a video. All right. Welcome back. I don't know what video that was, but whatever it was, I hope you enjoyed that. You know what I'm saying? Welcome back to the Capital P Podcast. We are reviewing movies. So I'm reviewing a few movies that I watched this week. And the first one I went over already was The Tinder Swindler, which I gave 4 stars out of 5. You know what I'm saying? If you've ever been on any type of dating website or anything close to that or whatever, you're going to find that interesting, for real. The Tinder Swindler. Check that out. And the second movie I reviewed was called Home Team, which was basically a movie about New Orleans coach Sean Payton in the NFL. Sean Payton, when he got suspended for Bountygate. This movie is all about him going to coach his son's football team. It's a comedy. It's hilarious. It's an Adam Sandler production. You know what I'm saying? So you already know what comes with that. And I gave Home Team 3.5 stars out of 5. Definitely a thumbs up. That's on Netflix, so check that out. And the third movie was This Is the Night. On Netflix. This Is the Night was basically about a town that is obsessed with the movie Rocky 3, right? The whole town is obsessed with Rocky 3 and the opening day of that movie. A bunch of stuff goes on, a bunch of family stuff, it was good. I liked it. I gave This Is the Night 3 stars out of 5. If you get a chance to check out This Is the Night, definitely do so. We just saw one of my little makeshift videos that I like to whatever. That I like to put those up for fun. I hope you enjoyed it. And we are back for movie number 4. It's the Capital P Podcast, reviewing movies, movie reviews. Movie number 4. Movie number 4 was a movie that I just happened to stumble across called Black Cop. Yes, sir. Black Cop. This movie is from 2018. Very good movie, I have to say. If you get a chance to watch Black Cop, definitely do so. It was deep. I mean, this guy is a cop, obviously a black cop, and this guy is having out-of-body experiences sitting in his patrol car. He starts instilling his own justice on his fellow white cops when he sees them doing wrong. Really good movie. This movie is on Prime Video. The black cop is played by this cat named Ronnie Rowe Jr. Right? Ronnie Rowe Jr., man. This guy's a hell of an actor, man. He's on another show on Prime Video called Pretty Hard Cases with my girl from, oh my gosh, I can't even remember her name. From the prison show, from the all-women prison show, man. So Pretty Hard Case, he's on Pretty Hard Cases. He was in the movie A Simple Favor with Anne Hathaway and Blake Lively. Yeah. A Simple Favor. He was in that. He was also in the movie The Clark Sisters, which was on Lifetime. The Clark Sisters, I saw that movie about the classic gospel group. You know what I'm saying? Ronnie Rowe Jr. This guy was the black cop, and he was. I mean, the movie. When you watch the movie, it's not high budget, right? It's not high budget. It's definitely a low budget movie, but it doesn't always have to be high budget to be good. You know know what I'm saying? Black Cop was written and directed by this guy named Corey Bowles. This brother from Canada. You know what I'm saying? This movie won all kind of awards all throughout Canada. Black Cop won a gang of awards all throughout Canada. So this guy's a pretty good, and he's an actor himself. So he went from acting to making his own shit. You know, if you get a chance to check out Black Cop, do so on Prime Video. Black Cop. I give Black Cop 3.25 stars out of 5. Yes, sir. I give Black Cop 3.25 stars out of 5. It was good. I mean, it had me interested from beginning to end. So, and it was different. You know, I see so many movies that it's just, you know, I'm always looking for something different. It's the Capital P Podcast Movie Reviews. Thursday, February 3rd, 2022. You know what I'm saying? I'm just strictly reviewing movies that I've seen over the past week. And the number four movie was a movie called Black Cop. I actually just watched that yesterday. Black Cop, my guy Ronnie Rowe Jr., black actor, straight from, he's from Canada. The director's from Canada. Corey Bowles. Corey Bowles is also on the show if you ever seen Trailer Park Boys. I'm sure he's one of the rare black dudes on that show. So, and he went off and started directing his own shit. And Black Cop is one of them. So if you get a chance to see that, do that. I give it 3.25 stars. Let me get a beat for Black Cop. For tuning into the Capital P Podcast Movie Reviews. So I just reviewed 4 movies that I watched over the past week. I'll probably do that every so often. And so I want to do one classic movie, right? A classic movie that everyone knows. A classic movie that everyone loves. My classic movie for the day is, drumroll please, The Warriors. Nowhere to run to, baby, nowhere to hide. So The Warriors, man, this is one of my favorite movies of all time. Okay, just so we're clear, this movie came out in 1979. I was just a little kid at that time, and I didn't even really get it, but I just remember because my big brother, Pep, shout out to you, Pep. You're the main reason, my big brother's the main reason I even got a chance to even think about seeing The Warriors. You know what I mean? I wasn't even thinking about that, but he was definitely into it. And I just remember being in awe of them. I remember being in awe of the scene. Obviously, can you dig it? You know what I mean? That's a classic scene. And a scene that I never forgot from the time I saw it until now is those guys getting chased up the street by the dudes in the New York Yankee uniforms. Man, that shit was crazy. Remember those guys, man? The frickin' Furies. Right? The frickin' Furies, man, were chasing the Warriors, man. So the Warriors had to get all the way from the Bronx to Coney Island. You know the storyline. Right? That little fucking weasel shoots Cyrus and then is like, the Warriors did it. The Warriors did it. You little fucking weasel. You know what I mean? And the Warriors have to run from the Bronx all the way back to their own turf of Coney Island with every gang in New York chasing them because they got a bounty on their head. And you know what other scene in that movie stood out to me? Which is really true somewhat in life. was when they ran into the Lezies. The Lezies were like, yeah, come with us. Come up to our lair, have some drinks, relax, let your guard down. We know nothing about the bounty on your head. The fucking Lezies, man, got the Warriors up into the frickin' bar on the straight setup tip, you know? The Warriors is one of the most classic movies of all time, man. You had Michael Beck. Michael Beck is a veteran actor, right? This dude also was in, if you remember, Xanadu, right? Remember Xanadu with Olivia Newton-John? He was in that movie too. So he went from the Warriors to Xanadu. Think about that. Michael Beck. Shout out to Michael Beck. And you know who else was in that movie? Was one of my favorite actors, even today, is James Remar. Right? James Remar. So James Remar went from the Warriors to, if you remember, 48 Hours. Remember Eddie Murphy and Nick Nolte were chasing Gans? Remember that? Right? Gans and his Indian buddy. One of the 48 Hours, that was one of the best opening scenes in movie history, in my opinion, was the breakout when the Indian dude came and broke Gans out of jail when he was on the chain gang working out in the fields in prison. So shout out to James Remar, man. Okay, so James Remar today in 2022 is on Black Lightning. Right? If you watch Black Lightning on the WB, James Remar is the professor who helps Black Lightning all the time, right? And his daughters, the dude with all the mechanisms and all the shit. Right? James Remar. Let me get a hand clap for James Remar. One of my favorite actors of all time, man. So I definitely got to give a shout out to the Warriors. That's my classic movie of the day. It's the Capital P Podcast movie reviews. And let's see what else we got going on, man. Before I break out, though, I got to give a shout out to my guy Shohei Ohtani. Not only did this guy win the MVP, the American League MVP last year, which was a shocker to everyone. I know I said I'm only doing movies, but I got to give a shout out to Ohtani. Fuck it. Not only did this dude win the American League MVP last year, shocking the world, but this guy this year is the cover boy for the PS3 or the PlayStation MLB The Show 22. Check it out. You know what I'm saying? He's got two versions. Here's the second one. Yes, sir. Shohei Ohtani, man, is the freaking cover boy for MLB The Show. I play that game religiously. I play that game all the time. You know what I'm saying? I got Shohei Ohtani on my San Francisco Giants on the season I got going right now. This guy took baseball to another level, in my opinion. So shout out to Shohei Ohtani on being MVP last year, along with my guy Bryce Harper in the National League. Both of those guys deserve props. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, let me get a beat for Bryce Harper and Shohei Ohtani right now. It's the Capital P Podcast movie reviews episode. I appreciate you guys for checking in. It is Thursday afternoon right now, February 3rd, 2022. I hope everybody's having a good day. I'm just doing some movie reviews and on to the next. Yes, sir. I appreciate you guys for checking into the Capital P podcast today, movie reviews. It is February 3rd, 2022. Chilling in Sacramento. I hope everybody's having a good day. I hope everybody's dealing with this COVID shit. We got no NFL this weekend, but you got the Super Bowl next weekend. Right? You got the Cincinnati Bengals against the Los Angeles Rams. I'm taking the Cincinnati Bengals. Anybody want to bet? Holla. Right? I got the Cincinnati Bengals because I really don't like the Rams, even though I do want Odell Beckham to do good. Right? It should be a good game. And definitely, obviously, we're looking forward to the Super Bowl halftime. You know what I mean? Dr. Dre, the whole clique, Eminem, Snoop, everybody's gonna be out there. You know what I'm saying? Today I'm rocking my big glasses. You know what I'm saying? The Eddie Bauer. I'm just mixing it up today, right? The Timberland, whatever. So you know what I mean? I appreciate you guys for checking into the Capital P podcast today. Hope everybody has a good, safe night. And like I said, we keeping it real simple, short and sweet. You already know how I go out. Peace.